Good evening, everyone. This is Rory Brewer with Country Boy Cats fan. Just wanted to come to you. I'm a little bit late, maybe about 24 hours late, and say big congratulations to Kentucky baseball. Could not be prouder of that team. They went down there to LSU, and yeah, the first game was a little rough, but I mean, when LSU says it's going to rain and it's 75 degrees outside with the sun shining, I mean, what are you supposed to do? They played the card that they didn't want to get their ace pitcher out there, pitch him 2 or 3 innings in case it did rain, then they'd lose him. So a little gamesmanship, it is what it is. I'm not going to get too mad about that. Second game, Cats fought their tail ends off. I mean, they went toe-to-toe. At the end of the day, a ton of hits, just not a ton of timely hits. That ball that was just barely foul, and ESPN, thank you very much for getting some cameras in at good angles so you could see down the right or left field foul line and pick something up like that. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I would think there's just 3 or 4 or 5 places you'd want cameras to be just in case that were to come up, and the foul lines might be 1 and 2. But, hey, you're not a big fan of Kentucky. You never have been, and that's fine. So, whatever. Strike call, we all know that's a bunch of junk, whatever. But, man, this year was great. That team, like I said, they fought their tail ends off. They got the most out of their talent. They played hard. They played with enthusiasm. They were fun to watch. I mean, it was so much fun to watch that team play. They get a double. They do the Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, I'm a little older. I'm 45, and yes, Judd Myers, I'm still 45. I'm not 46 yet like you are. Judd's my oldest and best friend. We're about 6 months apart. So just so you know, I'm still younger than you, and I'm still 45. But so the Ravishing Rick Rude might be a little much for an old timer such as me, but the kids love it. So hey, who am I to say not to do it? But that team is what a team should be. That team, they pulled for one another. Had a ton of Kentuckians on it, which I know that had nothing to do with how hard they played, but as a Kentucky native myself, I love to see everybody on that team. I love to see the camaraderie. I love to see just the joy that they played with. Coach Mingione probably saved his job this year, and I'm glad. Big fan of Coach Mingione. Although we'd had a couple of rough years there, but hopefully he's got that ship turned around and headed in the right direction. So, Coach, big congratulations. Kentucky baseball team, big congratulations. Absolutely nothing to hang your head about. You give it everything you got, and that's all we can ask. Only one team's going to win their final game. So give it everything you got, and when you walk off that field, you know that you've done all you can do, and the chips didn't fall where they may last night. Like I said, just a few timely hits, and hey, we would have won that ball game. We'd been playing today, but that's not the way it is. So thank you once again, and congratulations on a great season. Looking forward to next season already. Already ready to renew my season tickets. So let's go Kentucky baseball. Just one note here about Seth Greenberg and his little shot at Matt Jones. I'm no Matt Jones fan, although I do love Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Jones. It doesn't matter. He's been dead on with Kentucky basketball here lately. Dead on. And Greenberg sent his little tweet over the weekend and blah, blah, blah. The part I want to talk about is Calipari failing. Well, Seth, Calipari's failed for the last 3 years. The last 3 years he's failed. By the way, he also had a team go to the NIT during his tenure at Kentucky early on. So, yes, he's had a lot of success at Kentucky, but he's had a lot of down years too. So just because you're good friends with him, by the way, a good friend would tell you to lace up your bootstraps and get back to work because you ain't cutting it right now. Because Cal's not cutting it. $10 million a year, and we've got 8 players on the team right now. I'm sorry, give me that job. $10 million a year, I'm fill a roster, I promise you. But Greenberg, you keep your nose out of Kentucky. You're not a Kentuckian. You're not a Kentucky fan. You're one of these University of Cal fans. These fans here, we bleed blue. We love, doesn't matter if it's baseball, football, gymnastics, tiddlywinks. I don't care what they're playing. Kentucky fans will show up and we'll cheer for our boys and girls. So you keep your nose out of our business and we'll be fine. But Cal has not succeeded in the last 2 or 3 years. I'm sorry I got on a little bit of rant there, but we're going to finish it here real quick. Once again, UK baseball, great season. Cannot wait until we get the next one going. We got football coming in, I don't know, probably about 90 days, 3 months. Bring it on. Bring it on. We are ready to go. I think this year is going to be a good one. I think this team is poised to make some real strides and make some real noise in this last year, probably before Texas and Oklahoma come in. So we may not be quite ready to beat Georgia, but we get them at home this year. But I do believe we are ready to fight for that East Championship. I look forward to it. I can't wait. I hope they do. I'm looking forward to going to Atlanta and watching these cats play, if not next year, whenever it may be. But Coach Stoops and company and that team, it's going to be a good year. So hope everybody has a good evening, and talk to you soon.